Tune into the best breakfast show in all of the land. We call it 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Helen Appiah-Ampofo, and it is a privilege to be steering affairs this morning. We do this in tandem with you. And there are many different segments where we encourage you to let your voice be heard. But do also engage with us on our socials. We're on X, on Facebook, also on Instagram. And one of the many handsome men, oh my goodness, I knew I was seeing something from behind the glass. Noble Crosby, Annan.
Oh, glass, you have to replace it.
What is going on?
Good morning, Helen.
Good morning, Crosby.
Good morning.
For the benefit of those who cannot see us, Crosby is looking very dapper indeed. I'm not sure if he's getting married.
Sixtus.
I'm not sure if he has a case in court for which one Don Ullo might be representing him. I don't know if he's putting in his formal bid to become vice president of which party. I do not know, but today...
It's a beautiful morning.
It's a beautiful morning. Crosby, what has informed the choice of outfit today? Is a Monday morning. You have important meetings. What's going on?
Well,
You look
I woke up.
chef's kiss.
I woke up. I went through the things. I put this and this together, and I wore it, and I came.
No. There must be a reason.
There's no motivation.
There must be a reason.
It's a Sixtus who has a motivation in his car. Sixtus has some nice motivation in his.
What is the motivation?
There's a female motivation.
Oh. Let's do some more praising. Another very dapper gentleman in the studios. My goodness.
Drum rolls.
It's not even my birthday. And in fact, my birthday is next week. But it looks like I've been given some very nice goodies in lieu of my 25th birthday.
Thank you. You mean 45th birthday?
You mean what?
Hey,
You mean 45th birthday?
Please. I put out the information. Do with it what you will. I knew I was going to face stiff opposition when I announced my 25th birthday. It's okay.
I've been 19 years for the past 10 years.
You know what? I never imagined. You know, they say women don't like to disclose. We don't like to disclose our ages.
It's not women. It's Ghanaian women. Why is this?
Oh, no. It's not just Ghanaian women. Trust me. In fact,
Helen,
protective of the age.
No.
Ask him how old he is and see if he will mention it.
Oh, but I know how old Sixtus
And
is.
see if he will
Mine
mention
is
it.
no, because but I'm the one who made her know.
No, but
Everybody in this house knows my age.
No,
mention it.
maybe it's for security reasons. You know, Don Ullo is no
Thank you.
mean or small citizen
Thank
in this
you.
republic, so
Thank
we have to
you.
keep certain things
Thank
under
you.
wraps.
Oh,
Security
Helen.
reasons.
My G.
How was the weekend, gentlemen?
Charlie, God is good.
Were you tuned in into all the weekend
into
politics? You know, Saturdays are
You
for
know
the
the
weekend
rest.
politics.
You know the rest.
I know the rest too. From day in, day out, day
Crosby
in,
and I have
day
a
out.
principle.
The weekends you park it.
Me, I don't know. It's just who is saying it.
Crosby, why over the weekend you don't like to be inundated with the noise of Ghana?
Crosby says you are on your own.
There's some summary read that somebody wrote. He said, Kofi, I have intelligence suggesting Kwame has brought a mobile phone to school. The school security must investigate. Headmaster, management has checked. There is video evidence to show Kwame did not arrive in school with a mobile phone. The security searched him upon arrival. Kofi, headmaster, your video evidence is not credible. Headmaster, oh, Kofi, why is it not credible? Kofi, because it did not emanate from the school security. I would believe the video if it was released by the security. Headmaster, but the security reports to me, so I wouldn't have gotten the video evidence without them. Still, I don't believe your video. Kwame entered school with the phone. Headmaster, since you have credible contrary evidence, please make it available to prove your allegations so we can go after Kwame. Kofi, I won't. Whatever I want to do with this information is up to you.
So this analogy here is in tandem with the recent happenings. This is the back and forth, the tango that we're seeing.
Whatever you want to do.
That's what I'm doing with the information.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
That's exactly what I'm doing with the information. Just drawing the inference from what has now become a very interesting saga. Although now my interest is really, really peaked. So maybe we do have a new interceptor in town.
No, me, I'm yet to be convinced.
No,
I'm yet to be-
gentlemen,
At
now
least
I think there's
in terms
pepper in
of
the
strategy.
This is his first interception, relax.
No, there's a second one. You haven't heard.
Which one?
He said the 305.
He has lumped it
This
into
one
those three
is linked
into
to
one.
some NDC MP.
No, because he lumped those three items in the
Yes.
press conference. So all along,
No,
it hasn't only been.
This one is in an interview he granted, I think yesterday or
Okay,
Friday or so.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
I heard that one.
I
too.
see.
And so me, I'm yet. You see, the title Interceptor General
Or chief interceptor.
or Chief Interceptor. It's not earned on a silver platter. You want it, we will give it to you.
You start
no
from
problem.
somewhere, no?
But you need to come on a note that will be beyond, all that petty argument. Oh, is it true? No. Presenters. The standard has been set already. You have the documents, lay them bare.
Okay.
Let us do with them as. So once you lay the documents bare, the only thing that is left is for you to either go to Shraj or go to court. But don't come, then we are now. Could it be true? Oh, are you?
Well, I
lying?
think he has
Is there a moral
successfully.
question? Let's not do that.
If the intent from the outset was to create an environment of doubt, I've got to give it to Rev. He's done so. I followed the conversation keenly, and even I, as of yesterday, I'm thinking no. Now I'm questioning
the conversation.
So this is the conversation about the alleged cocaine and money that he says came from Gran Canaria into Accra. Now, whereas I have not seen any evidence from the good Rev that corroborates what he says so far.
It's the press conference.
It's the press conference and allegation and a suspicion. Although in the press conference he was more categorical. Subsequent to the press conference, it's changed to a suspicion. Although
Helen, I
thought it was concrete.
If those allegations had come from you,
of course,
or Crosby, or me, this innocent boy here, by now we are in some series of interrogations by the relevant security bodies. Because, like I said, those allegations are no mean allegations. More so that they came from the shadow defense minister. That is how I look at it.
Okay.
The ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee, it is not a small position, no. He gets briefings. He gets intelligence. He has access. So for you to come, before you can come and, level search allegations, have something, hold something, step on something. And if they dare you, you dare them back. But you can't just hold a press conference, make statements, then they say, come and, prove your allegations.
So he who alleges must prove.
It's a very simple
You are
matter.
alleging that some wrongdoing has happened. What is your proof?
This one, they say
We
that
still
let the
have
person
not.
who says no wrongdoing has happened come and prove that no wrongdoing has happened.
And that cannot
So the
be
person
the
should come and prove
case.
his innocence.
Yes.
Let the innocent prove his innocence.
Yes.
We are rewriting our laws. And indeed, since the government, the Minister for Government Communications spoke, since it wasn't a press conference. I
He
think it
had
was just
a video.
A video release he made. Since that, I have seen another video purported to be personnel of the NIB. What is it, NIB or National Security itself? Going through cargo on a plane, purported to be that plane that landed, the one in question.
Yeah.
you know, in that video, the minister had said that, let me use the word claims that the plane had been thoroughly searched before it was allowed passage and allowed space at our airport. And before it left, they searched it again. So I saw a video that with some people in jackets, and they were going through opening the boxes just to be sure that.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm saying that at least the government is making an effort to respond to the allegations. And it's been, what, a week? If the good ref has something that will put all of this to bed, please
bring it out.
Share it. Like this thing that we are doing.
He wants it to simmer.
It's getting frustrating. Is it the case that
this is the video I'm talking about?
All right, on Facebook, you can follow along with that. You see some gentlemen in reflector vests going through
the video,
the airplane.
The video is funny. I mean, Sixtus, if you had, I'm saying if you had cocaine on you, or if indeed the allegations by the Reverend is true, I mean, it is a substance you would hide. So you don't expect this kind of search that they're doing to show anything.
That's why if he has the contrary evidence, then he has to bring it.
That aside, you've only seen an aspect of the search. My point is that you have made serious allegations. The government side says that it has asked you to come and help in the investigations. You have not shown your face. Now, the government side comes back to say that, well, you refuse to come and show your face. But this is what we know about the allegations that you are raising. And the government released the information. Now, as somebody who is following information, using information for my work, I am looking at both sides.
Right.
I am asking questions about it. And I am not getting the evidence for the allegations that...
I don't think any evidence has been put forth. That's why we can't...
come.
That's why we can't make heads or tails. So it's
and
either...
the other allegation is that an NDC MP is linked to the 305 or the
350 million US dollar cocaine bust.
Yes. That is the next allegation. I mean, we can't go on like that. You have a reputation, and I spoke about it, that as ranking member, there are things that when you make, there are statements that when you make, once you make those statements, there must be some credibility to them. So imagine that it turns out that Reverend is unable to provide any evidence to back this claim as well. Then he comes to make a third allegation. He fails to back it up with any hard evidence. Then he comes. Do you think that will continue?
The day that he will really have intel for us that we need to set up, nobody will take it seriously. For me, that has been my major gripe.
To the office that he holds. The office he holds is sensitive.
Well, for many of you on social media who also say, well, we can't take anything and everything government says hook, line, and sinker. We also need to see that contrary evidence that will help us then make an informed decision as discerning citizens. For now, I've heard from the spokesperson of the government communication spokesperson, Felix Kwachi Ofosu. He's given some information, some flight numbers, flight routes, reasons for which these aircrafts were stationed for more than 3, 4, 5 days. We're also waiting on Reverend Ntim Fordjour to give the evidence that he had for which he held that press conference and categorically stated that they had intercepted intelligence that suggests there were drugs and some currency on this plane. I was listening to him on a different platform and they asked him, what is your evidence? And he said, how can you ask me that kind of question? And I had to move on. You
are the lawyer here. Good morning, guys.
I'm a student.
Are these kinds of baseless allegations criminally prosecutable? Somebody is asking. Goody Goff is on our Facebook show.
But I just told you that if these allegations were made by any of us in this room by now, our family is looking for us.
So for him, is it prosecutable?
We also spoke about immunity as a member of parliament in the course of his work. That is why I compared his case to our case. I mean, just a couple of months back, if anybody an ordinary citizen had made such allegations, the person wouldn't have had peace.
That's right.
They would have bundled the person up in the name of national security. And we would have been, by now, it would have been a heated.
It says a couple of months back.
How far back do you say?
Yes, please, how far back?
A couple of months back could be 3 months, 4 months.
We are in the fourth month.
Fourth month.
So like 5 months back.
It would not have been an easy time
like
at all.
we are having easy conversation. Like no. By now, the family of the person had written several petitions. So let's be measured. I'm not saying that the opposition cannot, or I'm not saying I'm necessarily taking all that government is saying hook, line, and sinker. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, if we believe in information flow, freedom of information, let it be so. But in so doing, let us not raise needless suspicions. Let us not raise doubts about our state institutions and find trouble for us internationally, probably even cause serious damage to relations we have with other countries. That is all I'm saying.
I agree with that. I note with a lot of concern how, for me, I've been on Reverend Ntim Fordjour's X page, and he referred to the government spokesperson. He said, I don't want to repeat it here, but it has become a slogan almost, cocaine are buying. Where are we going with that? If you put forth allegations, you don't back it up with evidence, and now that is the rhetoric, that in the 3 months that this government has taken over, this is what is happening. It's almost like you are salivating, foaming at the mouth, waiting for that scandal so you can put your opponent in a bad light. And for me, the levels at which we will go in this fight to get power has become exceedingly distasteful. There is no level, it appears, that some of us will not go to in an attempt to do a tit for tat. You did it to me and I'll do it to you. It is concerning. This is a serious country. If we have evidence, put it forward. I recall when Honorable Kujoto Ablakwa went all the way to the States, Carrie Summers, National Cathedral. He went all the way, in fact, took a picture in front of his establishment, got a picture of the gentleman in question, presented documents so that we could all follow along. That is the kind of interception that I think we've become accustomed to. And that is why, sadly, for Reverend Ntim Forjuor, it might not be going down as well as he would hope. I mean, all weekend long, I've seen him fight with many a different personality. Some of the,
And he seemed to be fighting with everybody who engages him on this matter. And I mean, all the interviews that I have watched, they never end well.
Never. Never. In fact, Sixtus on two different platforms. I've watched them have to truncate the programming for matters to two different occasions.
I keep following him around the shows, the media houses.
We are all following him at this point.
I'm hoping to get evidence.
I mean,
exactly. I'm hoping to hear him share something.
Yes,
you see.
it's like a cliffhanger. Every time I hear him, they say, "What's your evidence?" I'm waiting to hear that magic whatever, and then he says, in due course, or why are you asking me this, or go and ask the security. You brought it. Why should I go and ask the security?
Remember that clip?
It's just two things. Either he provides the evidence to support his allegations, or investigations continue, and you know that President Mahama has ordered investigations to go into this case. So
maybe he does have it and he's playing cat and mouse. Is that possible?
So at the end of the investigations, we'll get to know. Just that it should be made public, because we have a lot of interest in the case.
You see, we also said on this show last week that the investigations should not stop merely because the man doesn't seem to be able to provide the relevant evidence. Doesn't seem to be able to provide the relevant evidence. It should not. Because for all you know, something is also happening on the blind side of the president.
That's also very possible.
Yes, and it's in the interest of the president to clear this up so that it doesn't, his administration doesn't carry that tag. So if I were advisor to the president, I will tell the president, I will insist that we get to the bottom of this with or without the cooperation of the reverend. And indeed, if we get to the bottom and realize there is nothing, we will equally come for the reverend and expose him. So that, you see, it's not like anybody can just get up and say anything, and because you are clothed with some power, authority, then you go off just like that. Because the fact of the matter is that people are listening to you, people they see you as an authority. As a news person, he's a newsmaker to me. Whatever he says is news to me.
That's right.
And I will take it. I'll run with it because he's an authority. So, I mean, it shouldn't be that light. That is why I also made the point the other day that, look, the foot soldiers have been running with this until such time that the good reverend is ready to come out with the evidence that he says is coming soon. So that when the evidence is ready, then he comes out. But to organize a whole, full, complete press conference.
We've been looking out for some notable persons in the minority to possibly corroborate or show support to the cause of Reverend Ntim Forjuor. Now on social media, I suppose I see some notable faces joining in, but it appears he's a lone crusader in this particular.
No, he cannot be alone.
Even I mean, so far I've seen
he was
him
flanked by other
but
members
since
of
then,
the
it's only his face that has, become
because he's
synonymous
the ranking member
with this particular issue. Are there others who also have that intel and would like to share, or
maybe other members, minority members on the committee?
They might also have some intel. We would like to
because
hear
if
from
there's
them.
Information, it would not be exclusive to Reverend.
That's right.
So I mean, they can all help to save the image of the office of ranking member.
Well, this situation is unfolding, and I'm sure a lot of you will have your thoughts on that. When you do get your call through, let's stick to the issues. Last week, I had to truncate a number of calls because it was getting personal. I understand the passion, but after the phone calls end, the show must continue. I must deal with matters arising. I want to have a smooth Monday. I want to do my work and go home. So please do with this intel what you will. You have freedom of speech, but let's be responsible. Let's make our platform decorous. This one is on 3news.com. Adwoa Sarfo to appear before NPP's Disciplinary Committee April 7. That is today. Okay, today, not today. You recall that some weeks past.
No, today is not today.
It's not coming off today.
You did not see
Let
the
me
letter.
catch myself up to speed. All right. Let me give you further and better particulars again. Oh, so I marked it in my calendar for what?
Oh,
Former Dom Kwabena, that used to be my MP,
See,
by the way.
my former MP.
My former MP. Well, former Dom Kwabena MP Sarah Adwoa Sarfo is set to appear before the NPP's Disciplinary Committee April 7. Sixtus, you say that is not going to happen. Okay. Well, that letter also there. Has she's written to say she will not attend?
No, the party itself wrote suggesting that for some reason they are unable to.
They are postponing.
They are unable to hear her today.
Yes, so I'll read to you that letter signed by the Honorable
Director.
Patrick Boama.
No, it's signed for him.
Yes, signed for the Honorable Patrick Boama, Secretary Disciplinary Committee of the NPP. So,
Honorable Patrick Boama is the Disciplinary Committee Secretary.
Secretary.
Wow. Okay. I
And
see.
the letter is signed by the Director, Finance and Administration.
So it says postponement of scheduled appearance before the disciplinary committee. I bring you warm greetings from the National Secretariat of the party and further to our correspondent dated March 24, 2025 with reference number blah blah blah, inviting you to appear before the committee on Monday, April 7. We wish to notify you that the said hearing has formally been postponed. Emerging scheduling adjustments and internal considerations necessitated this decision. Once rescheduled, we will notify you promptly of the new date and time for the hearing. We appreciate your anticipated cooperation and reaffirm the party's commitment to upholding the values of fairness, due process, and procedural integrity in all its deliberations. Kindly acknowledge receipt of this communication. Please accept the assurances of our highest consideration. So yeah, and it was brought to the attention of the former Member of Parliament, the Honorable Sarah Adwoa Sarfo. So today is Yamutu.
All right, well, we greet you warmly as well. We can move on from this. If the action is not today, we wait for the day, the action.
Will it
ever come? I don't see. I mean, Honorable Adwoa Sarfo said
But why is the
she
letter
wanted
signed
to.
why is the letter signed
free
by the
hand.
Director, Administration? The committee has a chair. The committee has a secretary. Secretary is unavailable. Chair unavailable. Director Administration and Finance. And the initial letter announcing or inviting the former MP to the committee was written by the General Secretary of the party, correct?
That is correct. I have it here, indeed. Okay.
That letter was also
signed.
Patrick Boama, the Secretary of the Defense Committee, and under it there's William Yamwa, Director of Finance and Administration.
The one that the one that first announced that the honorable member had sidestepped the
Yes, Crosby is right. It
processes.
was exactly signed by, but copied in was the National Chairman, General Secretary,
And then
the
Chairman
Chairman
of the
Disciplinary
committee.
Committee. That's how the first letter was actually.
And it was also signed by the Director for Admin, Finance and Admin.
So what we're seeing here is a signed for.
By who?
So actually, in that letter, it's the reverse. You see it.
This is the letter.
So this is the one you're talking
This is the
about.
one I'm talking about. This is dated 20th March.
Okay.
20th March.
So
Formal
what
notice
we
of
are reading is the
action
notice to
against-
appear before the committee.
So it appears there have been three letters
So,
then.
yes, 3 letters.
So
This is
there
the
was
first.
this
So
one.
this is the very first
The very
letter.
first one. Then there was the March 24, where they
Yeah.
set
So
out the
this- that
date
was,
and time.
4 days after this one.
Yes.
Following the directives issued to all members of the New Patriotic Party to cease discussions on matters that create disaffection within the party in the media, Honorable Adwoa Sarfo's comments in the media, particularly on Paul Show of Joy News, are clear contravention of the directive issued to all NPP members, and the reference is quoted. As a former member of parliament, so last paragraph says that in breach of the above provision of the party's constitution and the directives issued earlier, Honorable Adwoa Sarfo is hereby referred to the National Disciplinary Committee of the party for further action. So this was the very first letter
Indeed.
that was signed by the General Secretary. And then there's the one you were reading.
Yeah.
Check and be sure that it wasn't signed for anybody.
Yes, it was.
There
that
has
was,
to be
that was signed for.
by who?
So this is it. So the first name after the sign for is Patrick Boama, and then under that is also William Yamwa, Director of Finance and Administration, copied to the three people, and it was brought to the attention of Sarah Adwoa Sarfo, the member of
Then the
Parliament.
final
Mr.
letter
Yamwa
has
signed
changed.
on behalf of.
No, it looks like Patrick Boama signed this March 24 letter himself. Have a look at that. You see what I'm talking about? Sixtus, right there. This is
You see
March
the
24.
sign? Yeah.
Yes.
Then the third letter now. So this letter sets out.
This is still signed for.
This for.
Yeah.
Okay,
You see the
fine.
signature
Signed for. Okay.
Patrick Boama. Then the name that comes is the Director
Finance and
Finance and
yes,
Admin.
there you go.
Yes, it's on the screen now.
So it would appear there was the first letter, March 20. 4 days later, they set out exactly where they want to see her and the time and all of that. Then we have this third one indicating that the
So this
meeting
one
is
says
no more.
what? April 7, time 11 a.m., conference room, NPP, headquarters, asylum down. Okay, so enclosed here with a copy of the referral from the General Secretary, which we read earlier. You are advised to present any documentary evidence or witnesses pertinent to the matter under investigation. Further, you are entitled to legal representation during the proceedings should you so require. So this is a full hearing. The party remains committed to upholding principles of transparency, fairness, and due process. Your cooperation in this regard is greatly appreciated. Receive or accept the assurances of our highest consideration. But did we ever get any responses from the former member as to whether she was appearing or she was not appearing?
I didn't see that.
Today if she had appeared. Or by Angemusawaba.
For me,
Since-
from what I monitored, I didn't get the impression that she was looking to avail herself.
Not fair.
But did she say anything?
Oh, this
did
is
she say
just-
anything after the March 24?
In fact, she commented on the March 20 letter. I recall her saying that it's a love letter. And if he wants to write to me directly, he can write to me directly. Maybe that's what informed this letter 4 days after. So it was no longer a love letter. This one was a love letter with her name on it. So those are the two different letters. But subsequent to this, I'm not too sure if we've heard.
What is attention? Is it addressed to her or it is she's attentioned? Well, I know that when you're attentioning somebody, it's like a whole office that you are writing to. Then there's a particular person who must action it, so you attention the person.
Maybe for the staff, her admin staff or PA to also accordingly channel it through to her.
It should have been written, addressed to her. I don't know. Well,
nobody wants to talk to each other. Some people have signed for others and so on and so forth. Well,
so I don't know why the letters they keep signing for the secretary to the committee. He's unavailable. He's not in town.
She's also unavailable, or she's available.
No. But the letter is coming from the office of the secretary of the disciplinary committee. So consistently, we are seeing the letters all being signed for the member, the secretary. But I know that he's in town. I know. Was it last week? He was on tour in Kumasi.
The situation is delicate. You can't.
The more reason why the secretary should handle it.
Maybe to allow for,
Why is there bad blood between the secretary and
did you listen to Honorable Sarah Adwoa Sarfo? You can see how murky the terrain is. All is not well.
Well, these are party matters.
Yes, party matters. We're going to get into news review matters. We've got some papers in front of us. We'll run through the headlines and, of course,
before that,
get into the details.
Linked to the first issue we're talking about. So there's this one from Crosby. Who is this? First, what's the name? Okay. So Francis says, please, how far is the investigation on cocaine and money laundering scandals? Special regards to Honorable Mavis Kumsin, incoming NPP National Women's Organizer. Our mommy is becoming National Women Organizer.
Okay.
You are not happy?
Oh, over the moon.
Why are you? We need action. We need action.
Yeah,
we need action. The Honorable Howard Kumsin.
Hey.
Yeah. This is like the third comment I'm seeing on this.
Isn't it from the same person?
No. I'm not even sure the other two were under our stream.
I'm sure they were under our stream. I've seen them under our stream, and I've seen them from him.
The same person.
Yeah. It's just like a Hajia will call during the community voices and greet President Mahama.
So you're saying Francis is a full soldier?
All right.
In the absence of evidence and facts, he cannot be classified as an interceptor. Helen, you have your answer.
Every interceptor starts from some place. So I'm only asking the question: do we have a new interceptor in town?
We believers, we say that there's a standard. Before we ordain you as an interceptor,
in fact, I'll gauge the mood also on our social media. So do engage with us, especially on X. I want to find out: do we have a new interceptor in town? Is there a new sheriff in town?
Has the old interceptor gone to bed?
Oh, well, there can be room, or is it only one interceptor in town? There can be room for more. Okay. There can be room for more.
Right now we have an intercept.
In the next 10 minutes or so, we'll be taking your telephone call, so do get ready. But let's kick things off with the Daily Analyst. And this is on the front page. Government denies drug smuggling claims at Kotoka International Airport, releases videos and pictures. You've got Felix Kwachu, Western Regional Minister, asserts, and alleged cocaine flight. NPP demands accountability from government. Gentlemen.
I have the News Center newspaper, details-driven newspaper. Says that Afenyomakin rallies NPP for 2028 comeback, and comes with a picture of the Honorable Minority Leader Alexander Kwame Afenyomakin interacting with Isaiah Kojuampong and Nicholas Omane Champong. You know them?
Let's see the front page.
Oh, you don't know Nicholas Omane? You don't know him?
You don't know Tabitha Kum?
Oh,
Yes.
Zafanat Pania.
Play his song. You don't know.
let me have a look at this properly.
This is him.
I'm mesmerized by the haircut.
But that is signature.
Okay.
Yes. CDS urges Mahama to reject petitions against EC bosses. And, there are petitions? We are not done with the CJS?
Yes. The paper says there are 2 petitions for the...
That's page 3. Helen, I'm coming. Wait.
Please do get into it for us.
The EC is dear to my heart.
There are 2 petitions for the removal of the EC chair and her 2 deputies.
The Center for Democracy and Socio-Economic Development, CDS, I thought that was a chief defense staff, has petitioned President John Dramani Mahama to reject recent calls for the removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Jean Mensah, and 3 of her colleagues. The CDS warns that acting on such petitions would set a dangerous political precedent and further threaten the independence of Ghana's electoral. Well, it wouldn't be a president because a chairperson of the commission has already been removed. There's a president already. I'm just trying to comment on the use of the word president. It's not, forgive me, before.
Why are you explaining?
No, I just realized. The paper says it will set a dangerous precedent. Okay, I'm not commenting on whether it is dangerous or it is not dangerous. I'm commenting on the use of the word president.
You continue.
We hear you, Sixtus.
Okay, so the appeal comes. Do you have the petitions?
No, I don't have the
in the
petitions.
paper.
No.
But I don't see.
There are 2 petitions filed by a group known as Positive Transparency and Accountability Movement Ghana, and there's another one from Daniel Ofosu Appiah.
Who are they?
So there's
Daniel
one
Ofosu
group,
Appiah?
private citizen, requesting the removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jean Mensah, and her 2 deputies, Bosman Osari, Dr. and Samuel Tete, as well as one other member of the commission. And you know who they're talking about, Dr. Peter Etiahene.
So that's Madam Jean Mensah,
Bosman
Asari,
Samuel,
Doctor, and
Samuel Tete.
Then there are 4.
Yes.
Okay, this paper talks about 3.
3 years, 3 others.
Okay, so back to the headlines. Assemble smartphones in Ghana to boost digitalization drive, MTN CEO. The man has been in the papers for long.
Oh, and over the weekend I saw a video of a young man. He's a phone repairer at Edum. His video is going all around on social media, and I think it is very possible to assemble phones in Ghana. So he was fixing a phone, and the explanation was given. You can tell that this guy is knowledgeable. He's speaking well, and it was so nice.
He just needs the support.
Yes,
but I think under President Mills or Mahama one, I think under President Mills, there was this company. They were doing all these computer and phones thing. It was one of the controversies of the day. Okay.
You mean Suba Info Solutions? Or something?
Yes. Yes. Suba Info Solutions. I'm just trying to say.
You two will tire before.
Crosby,
what do you also have for us? Sixtus, are you done with the news center?
Not yet. NPP grills government over $452.1 million cocaine plane saga. It comes with a picture of Richard Ahiagba, Director of Communications, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Minister of Government Communications, and the Good Reverend John Ntim Fordjour as Sen South MP. Please keep adding that he's ranking member. Jail locals deport the foreigners. Mohammed's controversial anti-Galamsey policy sparks outrage. That story is on page 2. I haven't read it, but I'm guessing that he's saying if Crosby is caught, then send him to Insawam straight. But if Aisha one is caught, deport.
Take her to a hometown.
Take her to a hometown. I haven't read the story. But I don't think that it will just be deportation straight up. They can't just catch you and you'll be taken through the process. I don't think that.
Is the motivation that we don't have the money to even feed our local prisoners, let alone add your woes? Is that the motivation?
No.
Okay.
No. At least under President Akufo-Addo, as his own people said, we got to know later, as was intimated by the Honorable Sarfo at the time, senior minister at the time, that that was a decision that was made considering trade interests, foreign relations interests, and maybe some other interests.
Got it.
Yeah, but I think that, like I said, I haven't read the story, but I don't think that would be the intent of the statement. We can't just catch people and deport them. They have to go through the process. And
Absolutely.
if they are found wanting of our laws, I don't think we would have any problems. Their governments would have any problems with us jailing their citizens.
them.
When Ghanaians go abroad and commit crimes, they are jailed.
Crosby, what do you have first? Then we'll
The
take our
Custodian
calls.
newspaper on the front page, CDM demands non-partisan probe on narcotics aircraft. The story is on page 3 of the paper, and CDM is a Democratic Accountability and Good Governance group, the Center for Democratic Movement, calling on Mahama to swiftly initiate a highly transparent and non-partisan investigation into the 2 suspicious flights that recently landed in Ghana, attracting domestic and global attention. There's also Reverend Ntim Forjuor, cocaine scandal rocks Mahama's government, also on page 3. Ntim Forjuor pledges full expose, slams fake messages on news file, plus reject petitions for removal of EC chair deputies, CDS to president. Kusog youth chase Mahama over worsening Boko conflict. There's an insider story coming up on the Custodian newspaper, true state capture by Mahama and family. They say that one is coming up shortly.
All right, so if you're on Facebook, you can see one of the petitions that were referenced, Positive Transparency and Accountability Movement Ghana. It's dated what is the date? The 8th of January.
This goes back to January.
It's not a new one. It's titled Petition to Remove Mrs. Jean Mensah and her deputies. Okay. Interesting one. There's another one here, if you're watching on Facebook, dated the 27th of January 2025, addressed to the president. Another petition there, petition for the removal of Mrs. Jean Adukwe Mensah. You've got Dr. Eric Bosman-Asare, Mr. Samuel Tete, and Dr. Peter Appiah-Ampofo from the Electoral Commission of Ghana, pursuant to Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. This one is Ofosu Appiah Daniel in the Volta region. So
I think we can go through the highlights.
All right. It's a fairly lengthy one, but if we can, just so we can take some calls. Time check 17 after 7. Then we can make way for the sports. So we can go through the highlights.
Let's when we come back.
When we come back,
then we can
all
go
right.
through the
We'll
highlights.
make some
since
time.
It's the first time we are seeing it here.
Indeed.
We should go through the highlights of it.
All right. Because it's not just the EC chair that's mentioned.
No.
Other players are mentioned as well. Okay. We'll do that when we return. But do ready your thoughts. 0559 242 717 or 0556 910 154. I see our phone lines are already blinking. Let's say good morning to our first caller. Apologies, we lost that caller. Do try again. Hello, good morning.
Auntie Helen, yesterday.
Good morning. Is this Juliet speaking?
No, I'm Augustina.
Hi, Augustina. How are you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Helen.
Yes, let's hear you, please.
Yesterday, after watching your news, I watched the Channel 1 TV, and they were saying, the NPP was saying they are not going to invite Adwoa Sarfo today because they are going to a meeting to post 26 questions to Mahama today.
I see.
So that is why Adwoa was not invited.
Okay.
The invitation was cancelled.
Interesting. So you said the minority say they have 26 questions to pose to the president.
Yes.
And they'll be posing those questions today.
That is why they cancelled Adwoa invitation today.
Okay. Well, we'll be keeping an eye out for all of these questions that will be emanating from the minority.
Kobe that yesterday his attack was jet.
Thank you so much, Augustine. Have a wonderful Monday. I'll get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Helen.
Yes, who's speaking, please?
Yeah, my name is Ima, calling from Amomole.
Let's hear you, Ima.
Thank you very much. I want to ask those who are calling on President Mahama that he should dismiss the petition against Jamaica and her deputies. Were they in this country when Charlotte Osei was also got kicked out of office? Even for her own was worse than this. Please, we should stop the hypocrisy. Look at Electoral Commissioner who announced about 5 or 6 presidential results. Madam Helen, if you look at this, what do you call it? This registration we normally, Electoral Commission normally conduct. That is the various polling stations. But they insisted that they will do it at the district offices. Look at the kind of this thing, how they subjected us to. I mean, since the inception of this Electoral Commission, Jamaica, I mean, they should spare us. They shouldn't make us angry. Please.
Ima, don't be angry. Take it easy.
Hello.
Don't let Ghana raise your BP. We'll talk about the petitions in some more detail when we return. Ima from Amamole there. I'll get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning. Eben, how was your weekend?
And I'm grateful to my Heavenly Father.
Fantastic. It's good to hear your voice. What are your thoughts this morning?
Yeah, Helen, you see, Ima, take it cool. You are my brother. If you say you follow these people, I'm telling you, get it.
I'm telling you.
You know, as now they say, Abba and Papa Abba. And Abba and Papa will not be in haste to do things, but will gradually reset Ghana. And I believe by the time of the 4 years of John Mahama, Ghanaians will really see the changes voted for that has reset a country called Ghana. You see, I'm saying this because, see, as I've been saying nowadays, you've watched horror movie before, and you see how horror movie is that it? Is you? So, for me, I would say the petition for removal of the UC and the 3 others is too early. You see, when it happens so, they are just piling pressure on the good president that we have. Okay? I also plead with the Reverend Minister Fordjour, please, don't be in haste to ruin yourself. You are a Reverend Minister. What you are talking of, bring evidence. Because, you know, I know Ghanaian media will scrutinize it no matter how you said you have the evidence. Because I don't think you don't have to come and say you have evidence and this. No.
You say he must prove it.
Prove it. So I'll be very much grateful if this man will even go to the NIB, the National Security and the agency, whether they invite him or not. Go there. If you really have the evidence that you can prove that really the 2 jets you saw, they came with cocaine and money laundering. Don't you think it will be of peace to the country?
It's of benefit to all of us to make sure we don't allow this to fester.
Minister, don't follow this, your nano people. Come out boldly because you are a ranking member of the Defense and Interior.
That's right.
Nothing to be afraid of. If they don't invite you, go, because John Mahama wants the truth of this to come out.
That's
because
right.
Ghana cannot be safe haven for this drug cartel. It will not happen because we will know that the John Mahamas we see now the president has experience and he has the country at heart to move Ghana forward. Have a good morning.
Have a blessed morning, E. Eben. I'll get on to my next call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Helen.
Yes, who's speaking, please?
Yeah, Seshak.
Seshak, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hope your weekend was good. I'm all right.
Very restful. By the grace of God, we are about to rest again.
All right, let's hear you, please.
Helen, special visit to Johnny wherever he is.
and to yourself and Sixtus and Ullo.
Thank you.
You are doing a great job. Over the weekend, I heard a news about this case scandal, and I was told that the destination of the flight where it was supposed to go from Ghana, it didn't go there. If it is true, then I believe that the investigations must be open.
Right.
About what it was really carrying.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Reverend, as you said, maybe for all you know, your allegations may be profound in back because you didn't bring any evidence. People will say you are not what. So, and if there are unscrupulous individuals in the NDC who are trying to date or try to muddy the good work that President Mahama has started, I don't believe that's what. This thing must what do you call it? His grief and anger must spare nobody who tries to bring his what do you call it, his government into the defeat.
Right.
Yes. So this morning I am calling on all investigative bodies because now the issue has gotten to the US the FBI.
That's right.
Yes, and they've been asked to do due and further investigations on the matter.
So you say nobody should be shielded if the good rev has information. We have to remove this canker. That's right. It goes into private pockets. Seshak,
yes, it goes into private pockets.
You're on the right track. Yes.
So whatever it be the case, there are some missing link or missing information in whatever Felipe is giving out.
Yes. Seshak, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your thoughts. Have a wonderful Monday. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Yes, Reverend Odewale, how are we?
Oh, by His grace, I'm fine.
How was the weekend?
Oh, by His grace.
All right, let's hear you, please.
Okay. You know, we are also online, so.
That's right.
By 15th. And we also, the Christian fraternity, which has the Orthodox churches. We are all praying and fasting for Ghana.
Absolutely.
Especially in this Easter mood that we are. My sister, two quick ones, but before then, let me say bravo to the new government that's First Messenger Dramani Mahama with GRA. I don't know that you have checked your phone. On the 2nd of this month, everybody who transacted the e-levy has
in fact, Pastor Dewale, thank you for reminding me. I did get a refund. I was happy. I also got my refund as I was anticipating. That's good to hear.
Other councils say, if I had your say,
Ampa.
Let's give honor to where honor is due. We should always not be criticized. But two quick ones. My sister, issue of Kaswa with filth is becoming on and off. And now the visuals are all around. And I just don't know why Uchu Sanya is deliberating doing this. When you say this, so the MC has not been appointed. So does it mean with the lack of one person in office, what are assemblymen and unit committee members doing? Almost every principal street is full of rubbish dump now. No more rubbish dump. And secondly, quick one, my sister. We were in this country somewhere last year when a whole hostel was inaugurated. A commission, we're happy that our sisters from the north, the headquarters, Kayari, have a resting place. Only to be told that the place was not even completed. And when you go to Accra Newtown, this is a classical example I'm giving to your TV team. Now they sleep in the open with their children. Some even go with cooking, etc., which is too dangerous for their health. When you ask them, the place is not completed, so they have nowhere to lay their head. So where is the hostel?
Very good question. Have a blessed morning, Pastor Dewale. Next caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Madam Helen.
Yes, who's speaking, please?
Yeah, the phone line truncated my submission.
Oh, please continue for me.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is the resetting agenda has taken full force, and nobody, anyone who tries to be an obstacle in our way will be crushed down. So please, about 1.7 million Ghanaians who voted for President Mahama, so they should allow him, give him free hands so that he set the agenda of this country, the rebuilding. Because at the end of the 4-year term, he will account to us. And if he fails to deliver, we will show him the exit. So please, those who are trying to disturb him, try to be an obstacle in his way, please, your agenda will not see the light of the day. So please allow the man so that whoever he feels comfortable to work with, he will work with those people. As for Ntim Fordjour, Helen, you people should not address him as Reverend.
No,
Please.
no.
Yeah, no, because the Reverend doesn't. I mean, how can you take
Submission
take a name,
made.
an honorable name on you?
Iman,
And then
submission
you be
made.
telling us, NID has invited you. That come and give us the details.
We await his
But he said you will not
evidence.
go. See, they have extended an invitation through your leader after your marking. Then you are telling us that nothing of that sort has been extended to you. Helen, is it fair?
Ima, we wait and see. Have a blessed morning.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Let me get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Break Africa, you know.
Hello, good morning. Who's calling, please?
Hello, Break Africa.
Okay, let's hear you, please.
You see, Madam, sister, if this country, you know, the petition, there has to be petition to president before they will be driving some people from office. You have to see Ghanaians that those people who came on the office, you don't try, especially dementia like this, where you do Ghanaians. I mean, you don't have to just stand up and say, you know, the woman saying, this Charlotte say, Madam, what is this Charlotte say? Charlotte is somebody who we have to question Akufo-Addo, the reason why he take power, no, that woman stop work.
So you say we should take the petitions, you want the president to take the petitions seriously?
I mean, the petition, we the citizens have to just wake up on those who offend the country, or the petition, you have to be petition head. Because we the citizens, you see that these people, it's not to say they say police, they are the most corrupt investigators in this country before the judiciary. See all these things, we ban all those people, those are in the power, where they let the police office make corrupt. We punish them, not because we just said them, we just said that, then we left it. No, they have to be serious because the people are dead right now because of the small food they will eat.
Thank you.
Small plantain they took from farm. And then we left the big men, they are looting our property by hand. We don't know.
Thank you. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your thoughts this morning. Let me get on to my next caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my sister.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Who's speaking?
Yeah, this is Frederick from Anglonga Volta region.
How's the Volta region?
We are managing, my sister. There is doom saw everywhere. The price of corn keeps rising.
My goodness.
My sister, it's not easy.
Talk to us.
My sister, today at the NDC, if someone raises a concern, it's become a problem for this country. September 2024, in case if NDC have forgotten, Sami Jenfi have a press conference with the media alleging that Eric Opoku, who was at that time brigadier at Ghana Armed Forces, he alleged that the man is training NPP tax ahead of the 2024 election. Has anybody invited Sami Jenfi to come and prove? NDC know very well these are the lies and the falsehood that they peddle against the former government, Nana Addo. So they have that. So all these things they are doing is an afterthought. They are doing it because they know under their time when they were in opposition, these are the falsehoods they do against the previous government.
Are you saying that this is falsehood, what Reverend has put forth?
I have a video evidence of Sami Jenfi. It is something that NDC is fond of doing.
So are you saying that what the Reverend is saying is untrue?
Pardon?
Are you asserting that Reverend Ntim Fordjour doesn't have evidence? Or does he have evidence?
What the man is saying is true.
Okay. So you say...
What the man is saying is true. What I'm trying to do is I'm doing a comparison.
Okay.
Because the previous government have not called Sami Jenfi. There are lots. Even Sam George only is also there.
So what is the way forward? What do we do now?
Honorable Forjuor is MP for that matter. He's not just even ordinary Ghanaian. He's a Ghanaian. He has the right, when something is ongoing, he has the right to say it. And just 3 months of NDC in power. If today I'm NDC member, if I'm an umbrella member, I should bow my head into shame.
Why would you bow your head in shame?
There are lots of scandal under this government.
For example?
Containers are flying everywhere.
All right.
Are missing.
All right. Would you advise that the Reverend put forward the evidence?
It's a big shame.
All right. Thank you for your submissions.
It's disaster for this country.
All right. Thank you so much for your submission. I'll get on to my next caller. Apologies. I lost that caller on the line 0559 242 717 or 0556 910 154. I'll get on to my next two callers and then we'll make way for some sports. Apologies. I keep losing you on the line. Do keep trying.
Yeah,
hello, good morning.
Maxwell.
Yes, who's speaking?
Calling from Pokwasi.
All right. How's Pokwasi this morning?
Yeah, fine. Hey, Sister Helen, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I've been seeing. I'm one of your admirers. So I've been seeing you on television. I've never set eyes on you before.
Oh, it's good to hear your voice. Hope you had a good weekend.
So if I had seen you earlier, you are the one I would have married.
Let's hear your submission this morning, please.
Yeah. You know what my worry is that the president has instructed all the security agencies to investigate into this cocaine matter. Up to now, that so-called Reverend is still.
No, let's not get personal. He's a reverend.
The military and the intelligence agencies have the right and the power to pick him up if they invite him and he refuses. It's not about the law of Ghana. If he's an MP, he's not the president. He's not even God. Okay, and that sort of thing they are doing. I'm not happy with that. Our people, NDC people, are trying to be too lenient with these opposition people. What they did to Red 8 years ago, they should reflect back to that. They should invite him. If they invite him and he fails, they should go and pick him up. He's not above the laws of Ghana. They are there to, to make laws for this nation. So when they make the laws, do they have to abuse the law or disobey the law?
Thank you for your thoughts this morning.
Yeah, that is my submission.
All right. Most grateful. I'll get on to my last caller this morning and then we'll make way for some sports. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sister Helen.
Yes, who's speaking, please?
Yeah, this is Ajime Victor calling from Kata constituency, my sister.
All right, let's hear you, please.
I hope you are doing well.
I'm doing great.
Okay, I would like to greet one of the Council of States from Bota region. That's Tanko, His Excellency. He's doing a very great work. Madam, you see, I think Honorable Ntim Forjuor is just going or castigation lies around. Why do I say this? You see, he's trying his best to be like Okujato Ablakwa. Ask yourself, what is the evidence? You are alleging, and if you are alleging, you have to prove. He's not. They don't have any evidence. They just want to paint the government black. That is the agenda of NPP. You said they have traffic. There is a cocaine at the airport, allegedly, with money laundering. Where is the evidence? Where is the footage of those videos? They are just moving from one station to another. See, it is only in Ghana that NPP MP was caught with cocaine. You can't tell me any NDC member was caught with cocaine. NPP member was caught and jailing abroad in the US. So when he's moving around with his lies, calling himself a reverend, telling lies all over the country, he must be very careful. And I think by this time, the national security should have picked him up because he's still moving around with lies. And people
Thank you for your
that's
thoughts.
why they got 2.2 million votes lost. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your thoughts. Good morning as well. We'll truncate our calls here, what we call community voices. If we can take some other calls in the course of the program, we'll certainly do so. But sports will be coming your way after that, and then we'll get into the meat of the matter. We've tabled some pertinent issues this morning right here on 3FM Sunrise, on 3FM 92.7. Don't go too far.
3FM 92.7, Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.